Welcome back to Kohdoktanium Blitz Week, a new review every day, all week. Up next we have the Target exclusive Super G Bakumutant set. This contains, as labeled here, Mercury, Dragonoid, and Mutant Taylean. These are kind of similar to the Bakutech series that I showed off a few reviews ago, in which they can actually swap parts. In this case, they actually swap entire upper and lower bodies, which is certainly a bit more than the Bakutech, which I still hope to see in the States at some point. Since they are Super G, I can only assume that they are special evolutions. They are also translucent, and as a result have those properties, but it'll have to see it until I get them open, whether or not they're double attribute or just single attribute. So, anyway, I'm looking forward to getting these open, because they all have Chaos parts. And here we are, Mercury, Dragonoid, and Mutant Taylean. These are the Bakugan that came in the pack. The pack was $10, which for a couple of Bakugan that are actually different is pretty good. It's not quite starter pack cost, but starter packs have gone up in price too. An interesting note about these Bakugan is they are not colored silver as their second color. They actually have like some gold and some blue on them. It's actually pretty nice. It's good to see some normal colored Bakugan. They're also translucent, which means they get that additional benefit. Here we have Mercury Dragonoid, who has an additional set of pull-out rings, and Mutant Taylean, who goes straight up. Mutant Taylean is a ninja Bakugan and a variation of the Bakugan Shun's using. And if you don't know what Dragonoid is by now, then you don't know what Bakugan are. So the idea behind these Bakugan is they're not exactly Super G, their powers are actually fairly mediocre, but the idea is that you can swap their parts. They also have these, some numbers printed on here, some extra numbers printed on the inside of them, on the bodies next to the ports for the Baku Nano. I'm not entirely sure what it means, and I couldn't find any rules on the internet, so for now, I can only speculate that these might have something to do with Baku Nano. Maybe they replace the Baku Nano power when attached directly to the Bakugan, but then of course that's the additional effect of removing them from play, which makes it a double-edged sword. But a 210 bonus from a Baku Nano would be just awesome. Now the gimmick behind these things is that they have parts you can swap out. In order to do that, there is a button on their back, which you push to cause the top part to come out, making it look like something you can mount in your trophy room.
Let me tell you, Nigel, that one was a real tough one to catch.
Oh, you don't say.
Yes, it took 2 whole Mexican Titans to take it down.
Anyway, what happens is it then leaves the body behind and the head. The head determines the G power, the base G power, while the body determines the attribute and these little bonuses here, whatever they are. So, the idea is you take them like this and shove them into that spot like that. And there we go, Mercury Taylean, or Mutant Dragonoid, or whatever you want to call it. And a purely Chaos Mutant Dragonoid, or Mutant Mercury Taylean, again, whatever you want to call it. I like the Mercury Dragonoid design more because it has more to it. It just has these big old wings that pop out, whereas Mutant Taylean is just kind of a solid body with this little tail part here. I'd really like to see if they could combine both of these attributes into one. Or there's also supposedly Mutant Helios, which is supposed to be a part of this set, so we're just going to have to see about it. Now, there is a fairly substantial number of them at Target in a very nice variety. I only had to buy 2 packs in order to get these guys in pure Chaos. I haven't managed to finish a completely Pyrus Mutant Taylean to boot. However, there is also this poor little mashup here, so as a result, I imagine it's also designed so that you can keep buying them, but it shouldn't be too hard to get your favorite one and completely your favorite attribute with a pack or 2. Now, I admit I don't have the rules, and they're not quite like Bakutech yet, but they are still pretty fun and pretty much worth it for the cost, even if these are the only 2 that are out there right now. So that's about it for the Bakugan Mutant, or the Bakumutants. Tune in next time for a review of something big. Anyway, this is Kodak signing off.